tonight.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. They found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. And he'll find Akins there, complete.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First carry for Nick Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 24 carries, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, 2.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
From the 50, it's Watson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Past the 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
Well, this defense for the Browns, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The Pickett finding Johnson there. First down, Steelers.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Here's Pickett.
He's got it.
Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth, for the Steeler first.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for first and goal. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second down and goal. Pickett. That swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown! Najee Harris.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get 1 look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was finished off by a Najee Harris touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up a run to dart ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. Doug Costin on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. And again, it's Chubb. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
scoring the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To try again after the sack. Pickett setting up the screen. Harris. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go up the middle with Chubb. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on third, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try the air now with Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Here we go. Mike 28. Let's run. Let's run. Hey, number 28. Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Try him with Pickett here on third down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, what a move. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now left side on the swing pass. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pickett lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute. Weekend in week number 3. Some good games.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
3rd and long for Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. Pickett slides down, and he picks up the 1st. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air on first down with Pickett. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Harris running straight ahead. Shifts by at the 15. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Pickett escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
It's hard to believe with all this production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas, traded again, this time to the Cleveland Browns. And now with the Browns here, he produces a first down, coming off a career-best 8 touchdowns in 2021.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. give. This is Chubb. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, he's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Slot man moves right. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air yet again. Watson flushed out, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-17. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Dances by him and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check back, check back. Check 3, check 3. Get the boys down, you count it. Check 4, check 4. Check 50, check 59. He's checking crap.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 2 yards, good enough for a first. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 59. Check 3, slam, slam, slam. 54. Bang, 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 bang.
They run it again with Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The slot man in motion right. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
In 2021, for the first time in his NFL career, Kareem Hunt missed significant time due to injury. He ended up suiting up for only 8 games, putting up 560 total yards and 5 touchdowns. Getting back to full health, he can easily double both of those totals across a full season.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, try and get him over 100 yards.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They run right side with Hunt, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Pickett. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Pickett to throw on 1st down. That one to the former Brown, Jarvis Landry. Pickett trying to get his guys up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Pickett to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking to throw here. Pickett. Flush to his right. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. now Pickett. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Pickett. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to get it back to a one-score game. Boswell's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
I'll give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just a... Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, But, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. So here's Pickett and the Steelers. Down by 10, 34 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett to throw. He's got Pickens complete. And he'll get a first down here up to the 25, but that clock still moving. Here's Pickett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale